Pierre Ferragu, a Wall Street debt analyst, claims that Tesla is dealing with previously unheard-of demand. Many people concur that EV demand is significantly more than what was anticipated a few years ago. According to the analysis, which was made after visiting Tesla's Berlin Gigafactory, he thinks that Tesla's stock price may quickly reach $530 if it can fulfill the increasing demand. And if it can produce 20 million electric vehicles annually by 2030, its value might reach $10 trillion. Welcome back to Everything Tesla Facts, everyone. In 2025, there were around 6.6 million EV purchases worldwide, up from 3 million the year before. This indicates that the market for electric cars is growing, which could portend a significant transition to renewable energy. The demand for electric automobiles has skyrocketed in recent decades, and more people are purchasing and utilizing electric cars and other vehicles than ever before. The majority of Tesla bulls think that the demand for the sales of Tesla cars will benefit from the rise in the use of electric vehicles. Over the years that it has been in the EV industry, Tesla has grown its markets and sales by enhancing its technology and increasing its revenue. How will the stocks of EV firms, particularly Tesla, do in the future given the present and anticipated trend in the use of electric vehicles? Let's investigate. But before we get started, if you enjoy this kind of video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and enable notifications so you can be informed about everything that's happening with Tesla, Elon Musk. The CEO of Tesla claims that the company has no demand issues. However, the automaker is having some trouble dealing with the effects of inflation and increasing deliveries of its electric vehicles. Since Tesla is not immune to these shifts in the market, it is only reasonable to anticipate that its sales and deliveries may fluctuate throughout this time. Fortunately, a lot of investors, stock analysts, and professionals in general remain optimistic that Tesla will eventually beat the market, despite the recent declines. Why? In spite of the challenging market conditions, have these stock experts maintained their optimism for Tesla? To find out, keep watching. Ross Gerber, the CEO of Gerber Kawasaki Wealth and Investment Management, stated in a recent interview with CNBC that there was no reason to be pessimistic about the idea of electric vehicles because they are quickly emerging as the next trend. Electric vehicle adoption is accelerating, and many individuals and nations are starting to see the advantages of sustainable energy use. Policies have been put in place in nations like Australia to encourage the sale and use of electric vehicles. The Australian government recently announced intentions to implement new rules aimed at increasing the affordability and sales of electric vehicles. With only 2% of cars sold in Australia, compared to 15% in Britain and 17% in Europe, the nation is still lagging behind in terms of EV usage, according to Minister Chris Bowen, Minister for Climate Change and Energy. He added that the nation can achieve its 2030 goal of reducing carbon emissions by 43% from 2005 levels by lowering levies on electric vehicles. The majority of nations that implement such policies seek to lower emissions from gasoline-powered vehicles, which, in the absence of suitable legislation, have the potential to significantly alter the climate in the years to come. Additionally, by 2035, the Canadian government has mandated that all new light-duty vehicles and passenger trucks built in the nation have zero emissions. This indicates that more individuals are beginning to think about electric cars, which is encouraging because more governments will probably follow suit. Similarly, oil prices have been volatile in recent years, and it is likely that they will rise considerably more in the years to come. Therefore, switching to EVs could actually reduce future expenses associated with some cars that utilize internal combustion engines. There isn't a more compelling time to go green. Buying electric and installing solar on your house, said Ross Gerber. We're hopeful that there won't be any disruptions in China in September, as Tesla's production has been excellent in the last 2 quarters of the year. This quarter, we anticipate record figures from Tesla. Do you believe Tesla can pull this off? Tell us in the space provided for comments. The data indicates that the demand for electric vehicles is rising at a never-before-seen pace. This is accurate and seen in the majority of EV markets throughout the world. In the first half of this year, mainland China saw nearly 2.4 million EV deliveries, or almost 26% of all automobile sales in the nation. Only 10% of Chinese automobile sales over the same time period in 2021 were electric cars, suggesting that the country's demand for these vehicles has grown. With over 1.1 million EV deliveries in the first half of the year, accounting for 20% of their total automobile sales, Europe likewise saw an increase in EV sales. Despite the fact that 6% of all passenger cars delivered in the US were electric, Gerber thinks there has never been a better moment to purchase an EV, and there are some grounds for this belief given the upward trend in EV sales. When it comes to advancing renewable energy, EVs are turning out to be superior to ICE vehicles. Similarly, if demand for these vehicles rises, the cost of electric vehicles may also begin to rise. Currently, an EV costs less than $70,000 on average. However, more money can be spent on buying these cars when demand is great. Seth Goldstein, Morningstar's stock strategist, emphasized the value of clean energy investments. In the same interview, however, he made the case for investing in lithium, which is a crucial component of the production of electric vehicles. We like lithium as one of the best trends when we look at the best way to play the EV adoption theme because all EV batteries need lithium as the energy storage component of the battery, he said. Therefore, investing in lithium is just an investment in the fact that there will be more electric vehicles on the road tomorrow than there are now. Goldstein claims that the growing EV market will boost lithium consumption, which could result in yet another lucrative investment. Since Tesla is a well-known electric vehicle manufacturer with an even larger market than other EV manufacturers, it will greatly profit from the optimism of many analysts regarding the future of the EV market. With the anticipated increase in demand for electric vehicles, Tesla may see even greater demand for its vehicles than it now has. According to Pierre, the ability of Tesla and its rivals to increase manufacturing quantities may determine their market shares as electric cars have grown in popularity. In addition to the growing demand for Tesla vehicles, the automaker is attempting to reduce expenses, particularly in the area of batteries. Tesla plans to further reduce costs by employing a dry coat method for its 4,680 batteries. Despite having already reduced the cost of its Model Y batteries by up to $3,000 by eliminating the bigger cells, the carmaker still has a good chance of reaching this milestone, despite some analysts saying that Tesla is having some trouble doing so. For many years, Tesla has dominated the electric vehicle market, and it will continue to outsell its rivals. While keeping those larger profit margins, however, Tesla must be able to lower the price of its batteries in order to remain ahead of other electric vehicle manufacturers. And if it can, it has a good chance of succeeding. It is clear that there will be a significant demand for clean energy infrastructures over the coming years, and Tesla will be in a strong position to take advantage of this growth. Tesla produces solar panels in addition to automobiles, which will boost the company's sales and earnings significantly. Currently, Tesla solar panels are highly regarded in their industry, particularly because they are reasonably priced, with prices ranging from around $9,600 to about $48,352, according to reports. Tesla is one of the biggest solar installers in the U.S., having installed solar roofs and panels in at least some areas of 25 states. Tesla may be able to sell its solar panels in a variety of areas, this being just one of them. The company's revenue and profit margin can be further increased with more markets. Investing in Tesla and electric vehicles may be the most significant investment plan of the next 10 years, according to Ross Gerber, who also stated that one of his main priorities for the upcoming years is the EV theme. Gerber did, however, point out the danger associated with investing, which should be taken into